It's December 19th, 1981. 24-year-old Lewis Boren straps his surfboard to the roof rack of his car and heads for Moss Beach, just south of San Francisco. He's meeting a friend for a morning surf session. It's cold and overcast this day, but the high winds are driving a 15-foot storm swell, and the friends decide they'll make the most of it. They meet up on the south side of the beach and prepare to hit the waves. They pull on their wetsuits and they make their way down the beach, where they enter the icy Pacific water and paddle out together. The surf is incredible this morning, and the friends catch some fantastic waves. They spend the entire morning on the water, and they ride the surf all day until lunchtime, when the two decide that it's time to leave. They head back up the beach, they peel off their wetsuits, and then they make their way to the public parking area, where the two enjoy lunch together before heading home. Just after 2 p.m., Lewis and his friends say their goodbyes and they part ways, neither aware that it'd be for the last time. On his way back to his car, Lewis stops and stares out over the Pacific one more time. The conditions have deteriorated, and the beach is now deserted, but the surf is just too much for Lewis to pass on, and he decides to stay for a quick solo session before heading home. He heads back down to the beach and prepares for one more ride. As Lewis paddles out alone, an eerie feeling comes over him. He can't shake the sense that he's being watched, even though he knows the beach is empty and no one is around. But Lewis is being watched from below by one of the ocean's deadliest predators, a massive great white shark. The shark follows cautiously below the water's surface, sizing up Lewis from a distance. On a fair weather day, Lewis may have been more aware of the animal's presence, but in the storm, visibility is poor, and the shark uses the cover to its advantage. The great white stealthily moves into position just below Lewis's board, and that's when it happens. It turns towards the surface and jets towards Lewis. As he's mid-stroke, the ocean erupts all around him. He's hit with immense force, and he feels an incredible pressure in his back and chest. And then, silence. Darkness. It's over in an instant, and Lewis is gone. The next morning, two surfers walking Moss Beach discover Lewis's board washed ashore. It's missing a huge crescent section from the left side. They alert authorities, who turn the board over to the Monterey Marine Resources Lab for examination. The lab determines, based on tooth impressions, that the damage was caused by a white shark. News of a potential deadly shark attack travels fast, and it's widely reported in the media that the shark is estimated at 18 to 20 feet in length. But the measurements of the tooth impressions taken by researchers tell a different story. They put the shark at over 7 meters, or more than 23 feet long, making it the largest white shark ever recorded with verifiable evidence. A true giant. Lewis's remains aren't recovered and identified until 4 days later on Christmas Eve, just a half-mile north of where he was surfing in Spanish Bay. His body is completely intact aside from the single massive wound spanning his entire left chest cavity, which matches perfectly to the missing section of surfboard. It's determined that Lewis passed instantaneously from the trauma, and that the attack was likely a single, exploratory bite. The shark responsible is never captured or identified. What's up, everyone? I hope you enjoyed that video just in time for Shark Week. What I wanted to do, though, is take a second and thank all of y'all for the incredible response to the first couple of videos on this channel. It's been completely unexpected that these things would be so popular with you guys, and I appreciate you watching. So if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so that you guys know every time that I post new content. That's going to help me out a ton. Also, make sure you keep those comments coming. I love reading your comments. comments. I take those comments into consideration. There was some feedback that I got on the first couple of videos. I took that into consideration when making this video, and hopefully that makes a better experience for you. I do have one special request regarding those comments. Please make sure you're being kind where the victims are concerned. I know we all have strong opinions about stuff, but this is YouTube, and there is a possibility that somebody close to the situation could potentially see this video. The last thing that I want is for them to go into the comment section and just read a bunch of comments of people trashing the victim. So I'd appreciate it if y'all would keep it kind down there. But again, thank you all so much for watching. There's a ton of stories, some really incredible stories that we're going to tell on this channel, and hopefully y'all will stick around for that. We'll see you next time.